everyone, my name is Coop103 and welcome back to another video. I know, I've been absent for like forever now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this is a player fail that went out last week. I don't think I've read the comments for that video yet, but I am super glad that we did get a lot of filming done. It was like over a span of only a few hours that we got that done, and we didn't even get like an episode done. We all just started like goofing off after a while because we started to get hot and sick and tired, so our brains were all woo. So that's why I called it Death of a Player Fail, since nothing really went as planned. And that was a big mistake of mine, because one of my actors, CreeperMan04, actually had to quit. That's why a lot of the times, our other actor, Preston, alright, action, quiet on set, had to wear a mask because he was filling in for CreeperMan04. We were going to edit his voice in on his parts, but due to the lack of progress we got, that did not happen too well. So we had a big problem there. I really should have just cut it then, because I also didn't even have two costumes for two of my actors, and we just had a bunch of problems, and it was kind of crazy. I should have just canceled it, but I didn't. I was like, we can do this. I can save this. And today I just really wanted to talk about why it came to be this, and some difficulties and some challenges we had along the way. It was a really big struggle writing, and then scripting, and then scheduling, and then, ooh, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to make this a loophole? And all that cool stuff. So it was really stressful. So let's go over how this came to be. So I really wanted to put on a big production for the channel. Something rememberable, something remarkable, something that would bring subscribers to the channel. And I took a bunch of, like, what's the word, inspiration from Who Killed Markiplier and the book that I was reading at the time called And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Really good book. Go check it out. It was all about murder mystery, and I thought, what better of a thing to do on the channel than a murder mystery? So I thought I could write it into being funny, so it was a murder mystery comedy type thing. I pitched this idea to Atlee, who's been on the channel a couple of times, and he really liked it, and then I got a bunch of my friends to help write and act in it. It was mostly me and Dragon Slayer who wrote a good majority of the script, but CreeperMan04, Preston, and a whole bunch of others also helped. We also had someone else on the writing thing, Deco Diamond, but unfortunately we had to cut him due to time restraints. We actually got done with the script a week before the deadline was, so we had extra time to proofread, but no one did, so it was a bunch of errors in the script. Fast forward to when we were starting to rehearse. We actually started rehearsing at lunchtime during school hours because of school. So we would just take that time to rehearse, and I didn't have my whole group. I only had a few people. So it was kind of difficult because I didn't know how everyone else was going to practice and stuff and how they were going to perform, and it was really like bothering. I had to cut one of my actors right in the middle of the film, and I had to give the script to another one of my friends, and he had 3 days to learn his lines. He did perform really well in the ending cut. He is the curly-haired boy child wearing the white jacket in the Death of a Player Fail videos. Action! Hold on, I gotta see if that's recording. What do we gotta do? So yeah, that's Z. Z is one of my closest friends. He's a good friend of mine, too. I wish he could be on the channel more, and I'm hoping for that to become a thing. So, I've lost my train of thought. Ding darn dang it. During the scheduling and stuff, we actually had to figure out where were we going to film this. We were thinking of filming it in our local park, but I decided we wouldn't do that due to the wind and, like, kids playing. Like, we wouldn't be able to actually film it. So, me and Atlee decided maybe we could film at Atlee's house or Atlee's aunt's pool house. And both of those locations did not work out, so we ended up having to film here at my house, which oh man, they trashed my house. They came to my house, ate my food, trashed my kitchen, and we had nothing done. So it was all sorts of crazy, and I was just like, why did I do this? I actually had no idea it was this stressful planning a production, but yet it was, and I was both excited, nervous, and upset when it came to we didn't actually get anything done. Not even the first episode was 100% completed. Some of the struggles I had along the way was, and I've talked about this a lot, I do get bullied a whole lot at school, and while we were rehearsing, we actually asked my fourth period teacher if we could go out in the hall and rehearse. The teacher, being the nice person that they are, did let us, so we would go outside. My fourth period it's just a makeup class. You know, you do extra work in there to catch up in your other classes. Since I usually am all catched up with my work, I usually just have to read. So this kind of like was a perfect opportunity to rehearse. So we would go out into the hallway, you know, rehearse, and that happened for the first couple of days. We were doing really good. Until a bunch of the stuck-up bullies I have to deal with started to follow us out there. They didn't even really study. And they're probably going to laugh at, like, they're probably going to watch this and say, yeah, we did study. No, you didn't. You sat there and talked and whispered, and you did not work. And then made fun of us a whole lot. So there was that. A bunch of them would come up to me and my group and just get this far away from our faces and go, what's this about? What's this about? What's this about? What is it? What is it? Can I be in it? Can I be in it? Oh, my gosh. No. Like, I couldn't give out any information at the time because I wanted this to be a surprise, and I couldn't let anyone else come on because I had already casted everyone. So, that being that, I had nothing else I could do for them except just plain out, straight face, ignore them. And I would always do this to get my team on board, like, hey, back to me, because they would also reply to them, and I'm like, don't do that. If you ignore them, they'll leave you alone. Sure, it's annoying until they do, but you can live through it, trust me. I really have to say, though, and I'm going to go on a little bitty rant here, that was really rude, immature, and idiotic. I hate when I have to deal with this kind of thing. And it was, I don't know why people have to do this. Like, we all remember the broadcasting incident. This was the broadcasting incident all over again, except less paper getting thrown in my head. And during that entire time, I went out and in of depression and stuff because of this, like, harassment. There was a lot of worse things that did happen, but I don't want to go into too much detail here because I know that they will flag this because they're butthurt. But I just want to say that it was a really fun thing to do. I had tons of fun writing this thing and having that adrenaline and being like, woo! It was kind of sad when it didn't go as planned. I was really upset. I was so mad at my team. I wasn't really mad. I was more or less disappointed in all of us, even myself. And I bet a lot of you watched that. At the ending of part 2, I left in some extra footage. You can't really have dirt on me if I expose it already, and that was it. I didn't leave that out. It was heartbreaking. It was me kind of getting on my team, being all disappointed and stuff, but that just shows that I'm a real person too. I can show my feelings on camera. Me and my friends, we still laugh about it to this day. We're all happy with each other. They were all really sorry during all this, and I told them that it was fine. I just should have canceled it. That way we didn't have to worry about it. I knew we couldn't really handle it. But thankfully we did get a lot done. And I'm hoping in the future we can actually do something really fun with everyone, all of us together. And I feel like in the future we would be able to do this to 100% and it would be fabulous. But yeah, I want to give out just a little thing. If someone is working day and night, putting their blood, sweat, and tears into something, and they don't want you to 100% know about it yet, don't pester them. I am an artist. I don't like being pestered. No artist likes being pestered. Like, say I'm drawing. You all know I love to draw. Do not shake the table when I'm drawing. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. People will go up and purposely shake a table to make me mess up. I really hate that. I really do. And it makes me so mad to this day. But I don't want to mess up on something I'm working so hard to perfect. And that puts a whole dump truck of stress on me, because I want to make it not only good for people I know will like it, but I want to make it good to outshow the people who I knew wouldn't like it, or would make fun of it because they liked it. Because that's how the world works. I don't know. I just wanted something to really say, this is what I did. And I have a lot of things. I have a lot of things I can say, this is what I did. But I wanted something really big, like a really big project that I could put together, and it didn't go as planned. And I really hope a lot of the people that are toxic in this community actually give me some slack. I put up with all of their crap. I wrote a script with help. I wrote a script. I scheduled a thing. I made sure everything would be cool. It did not go as planned, but I still had fun. And yes, I went in and out of depressing, because this whole project went over the course of 3 months and a few weeks until we actually produced and put it out. And it was really stressful the whole time, being harassed. Like, no one wants to be harassed. That's just... And it was tiring. I lost a lot of sleep over this project. I lost a lot of time over this project. And I'm not blaming my crew for messing up. I'm not blaming them at all. They did wonderfully. It was the people on the way harassing, bullying, messing up, saying stuff they didn't need to say, trying to steal our scripts. Yeah, that actually happened. Someone tried to grab one of our teammates' scripts so they could read it, because we wouldn't let them handle it. Thankfully, one of our outside of the group friends, who wasn't in the Death of a Player project, was like our bodyguard, our what are they called? Our roadie. He actually kept the people away. And I knew that if that person got their hand on that script, they would have just ripped it apart. I saw it in their eyes, they would have ripped it apart. But it was really stressful, and I am going to make another video on bullying later. I know this kind of turned into that, but the school year is ending, at least for me. And I want to go ahead and go through all the bullying incidents and give my piece. Give my piece to end the year. I think that's all I wanted to really say. Death of a Player was a huge project that I put my heart and soul into, and I loved filming, even though we didn't completely do it. I had a ton of fun having all my dude friends over and just doing everything we could to make this beautiful. We had a lot of fun, cracked a lot of jokes. I mean, my nana even got along with them. It was great. So that's all for this video. My name is Scoop103, and I am signing out. Bye-bye.
Let me show